Be so calm that you make reality, the universe itself, and most importantly, your old frequency nervous. You see, peace and calmness is as close to God as we will ever begin to be. Esoterically, there was once a story where Jesus was asleep on a boat and a storm hit while he was with his disciples, and they were frightened and they were scared. And they woke him up. And Christ, which is nothing more than the unification with the infinite intelligence, that's what takes place when you align yourself with the godly consciousness, which is what Jesus was. He was a vessel for the infinite intelligence to flow through. And once we get into the etymological origins of the word Christ, we go back to the ancient Kemetic, meaning the anointed one, or a reference to a state of consciousness, or in more Hindu traditions, Krishna, so on and so forth, once again representing an avatar. Regardless, Christ told the storm outside of them to be calm, and it disappeared. Now, this is a power that you have within you, and this can be applicable to any particular condition, circumstance, or person in your reality. Because the truth of the matter is, on the pathway to materializing your desired reality, there are going to be instances that stimulate degrees of stress, chaos, and panic. And if you don't have the capability of alchemizing those states, which are nothing more than internal states being expressed outside of you, then the materialization of your desired reality will be disrupted. The frequency that you admit, or the state of consciousness, or the self-concept that you occupy in reference to your desired reality has to be crystal clear, nothing but singularity. And the universe, the third dimensional realm, whether you want to attribute that to, your old frequency, it wants to do nothing more than disrupt that. So, as you can see, our boy over here, he's in a full lotus position on top of an explosion, chaos around him, but he's smiling in a state of peace.
In order for you to reach your desired state of reality, you have to make sure the external world is completely disconnected from your internal world, meaning that what's going on outside of you cannot bring chaos within. Now, when the external world has a negative effect on your internal world, that means on your journey to success, you'll be miserable and you'll be more stressed and more miserable working towards success than not working for it at all. So that's why in these poor neighborhoods and the trenches, most people just sit outside all day, just smoke all day, they just drink all day, because they come to the conclusion that working on their desired state of reality will bring chaos. And the only way to avoid chaos is by avoiding the life that they really want and working for it. If you want to have a successful life where you have the things that you want to need and you have a life full of abundance, you need to make sure that the external world no longer brings you negativity. And when you do face negativity along your journey on stopping the external world from bringing you negativity, you're able to change the energy. When negative energy hits you, you're able to transform it into positive energy over and over. And this practice on changing something outside of you that's bringing you negative energy into a positive energy is your real path to creating your desired state of reality. You think reaching your desired state of reality is an external thing, but more of a consistent internal practice that you need to get used to, and you can start right now within. The process of disconnecting from your external world emotionally will take time. The same way it will take time for you to lose a lot of weight or gain a lot of muscle. What you will be doing is you will be building a new frequency. This new frequency was just created if you were introduced to these ideas for the first time. The reason that this will take time because your old frequency is disturbing your current reality and trying to destroy your future, which is why people have to change in order to grow, and people have to do new things consistently in order to be successful, because the universal law is out with the old and in with the new. Now, this new frequency that was just created is your perspective on disconnecting from the external world emotionally, so it no longer brings chaos and disruption to you internally. This new frequency is about 10 seconds old compared to your current age's frequency now. Now, let's say you're 30 years old. You have a 30-year-old frequency that is going against a 10-second-old frequency. Therefore, it will take time for this new frequency to become dominant because your old frequency is dominant and is trying to destroy your future and bring you chaos, which is why you have to change in the first place. Now, in order to make this new frequency stronger, you're going to have to turn the negative energy that comes with the new thing that you want to do into positive energy and calmness and peace. Once you can make sure that you can constantly bring yourself peace whenever you get stressed, whenever you get disturbed or bothered, you allow this new frequency to grow and you give it the chance to become dominant.